one thing I always say when people ask me how to be a successful producer is that I think you should find your own sounds, find your own signature. It's great to copy and to mimic other artists. I did that when I started out, and I still occasionally might do it. You know, as a training, it could be really good and you might learn a lot. But I think in the end, it's very important to make sure that you have a sound that people recognize as your own. Because if you don't, then you're just gonna sound like the next guy or girl, and that's not really what you want. What's very important in being an artist is to not be afraid to be different. I think it's important to not make music that is too static and try to really create an organic composition by using your heart sometimes rather than just using your brain. Another very interesting thing is to try to find inspiration from different genres of music. I personally really love finding inspiration in UK sounds. I've always been a big fan of garage and I guess later on dubstep kind of sounds. I think it's that different approach to your own sound, which in my case is more techno, that really brings in elements that might really surprise yourself, but also your audience. And that kind of melting pot approach to electronic music, for me, is very interesting and creates a whole different world around the things that you would usually do. So I hope you've really enjoyed this course. I had a blast putting it together. I made this track particularly for this course, for you guys to learn how my daily routine in the studio would be and how I set up a track from scratch. I'm pretty happy with the results, and I'm going to play this in clubs and festivals, and I'm really curious. I'm going to work on it a little bit more and make a version that I think is going to kill the dance floor. And you know, feel free to work around with these elements and maybe make your own remix and your own version. And of course, you can send them to me on social media and let me know what you thought about it. But the most important thing is inspiration. I hope this inspired you to make your own music. Also, don't forget that the most important thing is, you know, your ears and your heart and your soul, really. And all the baggage that you brought with you by listening to other people's music, no matter how old you are, how much music you've heard before. Everything that you've listened to is something that you bring on to your own music, and you should really cherish that. When I started making music, for me, it was all about having fun in what I did, and I was not thinking about becoming a superstar DJ. And I've had the luck that by a lot of hard work, I managed to get to a very comfortable level. But, you know, if you just do what you do and you love what you do and you stay true to yourself without staying too much within the boundaries, I think you're gonna have a great time making music, and in the end, that's what really counts.